All right, so now we added the leeks to the greens, and we're gonna really start getting those greens and things together. All right, now these are the collard greens, and they have been washed. They look really good. I'm going to chop them up and stick them in there with the leeks. I'm going to put them in first before the kale because they are a hardier leaf and they'll take a little bit longer to cook down, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, the greens are sliced up. I like to cut them so that, as you can see, they're about this width and length. And I'm going to pop those in to the pot. Okay, the collard greens are now in the pot that had the onions, the leeks, and the garlic. And now I'm going to start to stir that up and mix it in, okay? What I want to see happen is the oil coat the leaves. Okay, the leaves are coated. So remember, all of the flavor from the onions, the leeks, the garlic, the black pepper, they're all in that oil, and now the oil's coating every leaf. That to me is what makes vegetarian greens really delicious. This is where you don't have to put like a turkey neck or something in with your greens. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so now we want to have the lacinato kale. I have 3 bunches here, but I have a 4th as well, and I'm gonna cut these up. I put everything in. I'm gonna cut at the stem area really thin, and then I'm gonna make bigger chunks as I go up to all the leaves here. Okay, so now we have the lacinato kale cut up. As you can see, I cut the little small, really small pieces where you see a lot of stem. I cut that really small, and then I make bigger cuts as we go up the leaf. Now, if I was going to saute this in a skillet really quickly or just keep it as a raw salad, I would cut it into like shreds. I would cut it in this thin way that I cut all of these small pieces. Let's see if you can actually take a better look. I would cut it completely like this on a regular basis if I was going to keep it as a raw salad or if I was going to saute it in a skillet by itself. But when I put it in as the greens, I like to do it with this kind of thickness. Okay, so now we just put the lacinato kale into the pot, and I'm going to stir it around and get that oil all over it like we did with the actual collards, which are at the bottom. All right, so now it's all mixed around. You see how each of the leaves is really glistening and oily? That is what we want, okay? Because that's gonna make a delicious green as this cooks down. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there. I'm going to do the next step and I'll show you soon. Alrighty, so now we just added water, as you can see. It's gonna cook. We added water that's just about to the level of the top of the greens. And I'm just gonna let this cook for slowly and on a simmer. As you see those nice oil droplets, that's what's gonna make the greens taste so delicious. All right, thanks for tuning in, www.barenutritionandherbs.com. Keep up the good work.